not been the best of weeks for him against these Kens. 2 losses to VX Bow. A sound thrashing is all I could call it in winners finals against Angry Bird when these two faced earlier. But we saw the comeback that he pulled against Punk. Anything can happen. Here we go. Grand finals time with Punish straight away from Angry Bird, and we set up this ranged game. Angry Bird's going to be looking for the drive rush to try and get in. That Dragon Lash as well in the mid-range. Anything to get in on JP. And then that's when the fun begins. For Kakeru, it's all about these mid-range conversions, getting the damage cashed in, the drive gauge burnt out, and sending Ken back to full screen as they fight it out here.
And we're already seeing a lot of activity from both ends. The big trade-off for Angry Bird now.
Oh my
Stuffing out the drive rush before it even comes out. Here comes the big damage. You could potentially eat a throw here, and that's exactly what he's looking for. Sweep to sweep. Both these players actually missing the punish against each other. Back throw, and that's going to be round 1 for Angry Bird.
Now that seemed like a much more even round than the life gauges would indicate. A huge life lead from Angry Bird in that first round, but it kind of felt like they were sparring with each other.
A little bit right in comparison to how they faced off in winners finals. It was a little bit more subtle in terms of approach, but these guys are swinging from the get-go. Expected as in round 2 as well. The counter in is there, the full conversion, standing light kick, eat the fierce a little bit, and I love the little bit of a trade-up, but it's Kakeru fighting out departure.
On that roundhouse, and it buys Kakeru a little bit of space now. Angry Bird with the drive rush and the pressure, puts him back in the corner. That is super meaty. Nice parry, but he does get caught low, and he goes straight into the level 3 to give him both the life lead and the drive gauge advantage. And of course, we all know JP's win condition is definitely the burnout. It's going to be a big deal for him, and that is why Angry Bird is trying to parry his way out of danger, but he's in burnout now.
No shot.
No! The punish counter gives Kakeru the second round.
I like the ambition, I like the intention, but going right back into it. Let's go, let's go!
Beautiful counter hit conversion. And I have to say, Angry Bird with Ken, his counter hit conversions are by far and away the best out of any of the Kens I've seen out.
Oh, he makes it hurt. He absolutely makes it hurt. He makes sure if he's gonna spend all that bar.
It's insane, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, no doubt. I love the stoppage there, the counter pull from Kakeru. Also a big tool in this matchup. Keep himself out of the corner as well. The departure to kind of back him up. A lot of the Phantoms coming out now, the spikes as well.
Nice patience from Angry Bird, and of course he's holding that parry as well, which means he's getting the drive gauge back.
Oh boy, found success with the OD amnesia. Caught Angry Bird grabbing. Here the punish counter was there. Set up for the Goon Squad. What's the defensive options for Angry Bird?
Yeah,
parry one,
out
jump the rest.
Oh, and he throws the drive impact.
Luckily, it wasn't a punish counter, though.
Yeah,
doesn't even matter.
Doesn't matter. That was a big drive rush in from Angry Bird, and that does give him the first game. 1/3 of the work done on the way to 400K.
Already out to a great start from Kakeru.
There's the Dragon Lash, and
he was just gonna wait.
Shot.
Didn't need to overextend on defense. He was just gonna hang out and parry. Angry Bird just ran out of time on that one. No whiff punish against the heavy kick, and that's going to be great for Angry Bird now. On the assault, off of the lights, drive rush forward. What happens?
Yeah,
the
walks out
step backwards.
Of the +1.
So significant. That micro step was everything.
Yeah, that's going to force Angry Bird to just go for the light string to try and catch him low walking back.
My God, he's been so on point with these crouching medium punches. Also getting the counter hit, the punish counter at that, full conversion. I'm liking him, the way that he's adapted thus far.
Again,
the micro steps are so huge.
Out there, Angry Bird gets away without getting punish countered. Kakeru.
Oh, we talked about the conversion off of the drive rush standing medium kick, but it's still Kakeru getting the side switch set up. No, it's going to be the throw. OD uppercut, that could have been huge.
Beautiful parry on the Dragon Lash, and you're going all the way back across the screen. He's got level 3, but chooses not to use it yet.
Deliberating what the approach is gonna be. Okay. So intense
he's got enough bar now to...
Oh!
All right, that's going to go into the level 3. It's not going to be enough, I don't think. No, it won't be.
I'm thinking to myself, perhaps he could have ended the combo a little bit earlier to cause that burnout to happen, right? I don't think it's going to matter too much. He puts himself in the burnout, and that's how it goes. That's unfortunate, too. Like, you're thinking about it, you know, if he could have gone into burnout a little bit earlier, but just even so, I think it was going to be checkmate regardless.
Yeah, it was very smart because clearly Angry Bird had to wake up parry, right? There's no other option for him there. And Kakeru just let him do it and then put the projectiles out and chipped him out.
Man, still getting away with it. The drive
don't want to risk
fierce.
trying to whiff punish that Fierce, though. 5 frames active.
Oh, yeah. You stick out anything at the wrong time, you're eating that big counter hit. And we've seen it happen. Juggle him, set up the departure. It allows him to move forward. Kakeru setting up smart. Yes, sir. Another departure. Angry Bird has to reconsider. Gets a little bit of the drive gauge back. Up until this point, though.
Nice check.
Oh!
And again, he gets away with another long swinging.
How many times? How many times thus far has Kakeru found the right answer against the Dragon Lash? He's getting a couple of these perfect parries, punish, counter, throw again, possibly. No, it's the overhead on the Psycho Phantom.
Another perfect parry. Kakeru getting the timing down on these fireballs. Nearly with another parry on the Dragon Lash.
Oh.
Angry Bird definitely needs to try and change up his patterns. He's starting to become a bit predictable, and Kakeru is definitely taking advantage of it. But he has got that safety of the winner's side.
Carrying at least orbs.
Losing a lot of drive gauge and then fights his way out.
Oh man, that trade-off could have been so much worse. Angry Bird does have the life lead. 2, the step kick is there. Kakeru is just running into a handful of normals now. OD amnesia, can he do anything about it? Back throw. That's not bad.
Back on.
Not bad at all if you're Angry Bird as well.
Angry Bird choosing to use 3 bars there.
Ooh.
Now this is going to be a difficult situation because if Kakeru gets the hit,
He's walking him down. The gauge, again, not affected. Angry Bird carrying the entire
so
sequence.
much drive gauge back from that parry. It's ridiculous. And he cashes out with the level 3.
And that was the perfect timing, too. He calculated the amount of chip that he was going to do to get Kakeru into burnout. And spending the level 3, I totally get that. You have to do it. The carry on this character is so good. On both characters is very good, really.
Yeah, both got access to great side switch as well, should they wish.
Not doing anything out of it, I feel like.
Triple dash.
Set himself up, departure. Angry Bird. Oh man, how often has he done that?
We saw that work so often. He didn't commit to a button on landing that time.
Okay. Get the level. Oh, no! It's too high off of the jungle. This is the first time we've ever seen Kakeru actually drop that or mistime it.
A rare miscalculation from Kakeru, whose conversions are normally so good, but it's still a great situation for him. He's got a huge life lead, and Angry Bird's going to be in burnout for a while. It doesn't matter because Kakeru goes 2-1 up now.
We're in it for the long run. We do want to see a reset happen just to kind of see these two Titans play a couple more games. But man, if you're Angry Bird, obviously you want to see it now. Kakeru is slowly starting to make these adjustments. And how many times has he parried that successfully?
Yeah, I think, you know, the success that Angry Bird had with that as a tool to try and control that threat in the mid-range from the first set definitely has put Kakeru looking out for that Dragon Lash. They had such a tight set at EVO as well. It was 3-2, so that kind of gives a better indication of how more balanced they are rather than that 3-0 wash we saw in winners finals. And you're seeing that play out here now, a much more competitive set from the two of them.
No, it's a valid point, right? You're starting to see a lot of that composure, a lot of the decision-making that Kakeru is doing is really putting Angry Bird in sort of a conundrum. He hasn't figured out what to do against the bullet hell now that Kakeru is this active.
Yeah, the Dragon Lash is not the answer for him. That time it whiffed and Kakeru gladly took the punish counter and closed out the set without having to spend any of those super bar resources. So he's just sitting there pretty on 2.5 bars. Angry Bird fighting for his life. Another punish counter is going to get thrown back into the corner and the portal comes out. And another Dragon Lash is parried and he's in burnout as well. This is a horrible situation straight into the level 2. What's the mix? Where's the portal going to be?
Huh?
Wow, he just backed off.
Unorthodox drop, being able to throw it the last second before the DI. That could have been stun city for Angry Bird, but luckily he moved out just in case. Ooh. Has to stop for that. Yeah, has to respect the departure spike on the way out.
There's the bailout. Immediately invests 3 bars in this corner carry conversion off the low forward. A brave tech from Kakeru.
He gets a level 2 again, Logan. Side switch. Set up a departure. From that far, get the juggle. Drive impact again.
Wow,
watch out for the throw.
Not going out of burnout.
Oh
my God.
Oh, but he...
No. Oh, and he does it again.
You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me.
Bro, that whole interaction was mad. Kakeru miscalculated the amount of drive gauge he would take off Angry Bird. Thought he was going to put him in burnout. Angry Bird turned the situation around.
It was so scary, too, because he had a punish counter into the drive impact, which wouldn't have caused the stun. But still, either way, Kakeru looking at reset point. Departure here, maybe close the gap. No, he wants to set one up. One more. Angry Bird towards the corner now, eating a ton of damage.
Looking for the parry, and again, he's ready for the Dragon Lash. Just missing that 2-frame perfect parry window. A beautiful button, and then he's just buffering away with those mediums.
Keeping it light as well, not to overextend on offense, or I should say defense. He's keeping it pretty active, though, against the drive rushes. He's starting to see the pattern from Angry Bird, getting a little antsy with the drive gauge. How many Dragon Lashes thus far have been perfect carry?
It is. And we are going to see a reset grand finals. And what a statement, a perfect KO, a perfect parry, a perfect turnaround from Kakeru. 3-1 is the score. And we're going to get a reset bracket here in grand finals.
Taking a little bit of time to make sure they prep themselves here for the reset.
These tails and your tails. Heads. So heads. So you choose the side. Same side? Okay, then Kakeru chose P1.
A little bit of pageantry just in case they decided to change sides. You never know. Let me jump over. I can do fireballs better from player one side. But these guys are both happy where they are. Good news for the production team. They're not going to have to change the names around in the overlays. And we're going to go straight back to this reset grand finals. Of course, Kakeru was fighting out of the losers bracket. And now, as Angry Bird has lost his first set of this elimination bracket, that means they're both in the loser's side. And the winner of this 3 out of 5 set will be the champion.
That's right, yeah. We're getting there closer and closer. But let me talk to you for a little bit, Logan Sama. What is the deal with Angry Bird and all of the Dragon Lashes that he's been coming out with? I have not seen him utilize that move this many times in a single set.
So the interesting thing here, right, is the Dragon Lash is the answer to the JP continually trying to use the crouching medium punch to stop the drive rush in. You've been watching, you know, Gamers8 for the last couple of days. You will have seen multiple Kens in this matchup using drive rush at full screen and like 3/4 screen to try and run through the ghost or beat the shard and get in. But what we haven't seen is hardly any drive rushes from Angry Bird. He's just been only going with the Dragon Lash, and that means Kakeru hasn't had to put out that crouching medium punch.
I feel like it's the contrary. Like initially in games 1 and 2, Angry Bird did majority of his offensive situation, or startup I should say, was drive rush. Right? Kakeru has been so active with counter poking, and now he's just trying to go through the wheel of options here. But Kakeru has been prepared for all of them thus far. Off to a pretty decent start, I would say. Not a significant life lead, but want to make Angry Bird double check his approach.
Yeah, you watch the buttons that Kakeru's pressing, you're not seeing crouching medium punch at all. So this Dragon Lash to get in, look at that again. That's even better because he doesn't have to worry about getting the perfect parry. He just gets the drive impact and the combo. Oh, and again he goes for it. He's just being so stubborn here in this strategy. Is it going to work for him? The range on that standing light kick's insane, by the way. I can't believe that link from that far away.
Rarely get to see that step kick kind of act as a counter poking tool as well, but it's going to be Kakeru. Yes, sir. Spend it. Doesn't even need to. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, the Phantom even into the spike, but just in case he had to, he had the meter. But this is looking fantastic for Kakeru right now, close to level 3.
I really want to see Angry Bird start, representing with that drive rush a lot more and giving Kakeru more things to think about, because right now all he's thinking about is that dragon.
Stagger! Stagger pressure yet again. I think he's 2 for 2 in regards to that strategy against Kakeru. That's gotta mean something, right? He's choosing movement as a defensive option. Angry Bird needs to learn how to shut that down, but again, he has to get past right here. Yeah, the canes that have been stopping him from even closing the gap.
Nice punish counter. That was finally too far away.
Nice. Oh boy. Are we gonna see the amnesia? Perhaps.
Yes, we are. Oh!
Hey, that's fine for Angry Bird. He is able to utilize the OD. Not like this. Kakeru, oh
wow,
boy.
And that worked out for Angry Bird. No level 2 to close it out, but he's gonna go into this final round with 3 bars instead.
Same with both, yeah. Whoever lands the first hit, best believe you're gonna expect level 3, right?
Now representing with a lot more of these drive rushes, these run and step kicks as well. The stagger on the jabs again, and he immediately cashes out with the level 3.
But you saw how he did it, right? He did it off of the stagger pressure yet again. A single jab, 2 jabs over after that. Kakeru, he's starting to get figured out what he wants to do on defense, getting a little bit antsy before the corner's there.
I mean, we saw Kakeru in an earlier set just get opened up repeatedly by jab into short, into stand jab against Mena.
Right.
He's so stubborn on defense, and I think he definitely has defensive patterns. It looks like Angry Bird has started to pick them out, but the huge damage he's going to get here off this level 3 is going to put him at a huge advantage. But Angry Bird's got a lot of drive gauge to work with. Nice parry, and he's going to get a lot of drive gauge back. He gets out here though. Beautiful delay by Kakeru. He comes out of the parry and he catches him. I've got no idea what that was the start of, because it was like the first frame of whatever Angry Bird tried to do. Puts him in the lead.
And it's so significant too. It's double digits on startup, right? That standing heavy kick is 12 frames, so you're getting an extra delay on that in case you wanted to press maybe like a medium button.
Ooh, it's a really good tool as well, right? Because they use it as a meaty into the target combo after the portal setup.
Now, even if it's blocked, what, +2? You're totally fine with that. Your turn again. You get another portal coming down. Oh,
beautiful. Oh, that was lovely. And again, Kakeru's just got such fantastic timing on these parries, whether it's a perfect parry or just a parry dealing with pressure. Unbelievable. And he's showing completely different looks here with these normals.
No, not again.
He goes to the well again, and the Kakeru perfect parry is going to be enough
level
to
1?
Close out with the level 1.
Doesn't even matter in regards to scaling. Kakeru looking like an entirely different beast right now against Angry Bird.
Same animal.
Yeah. What does that mean? We're gonna set up with the neutral, the forward jump at the same time. Oh boy!
Cricket back.
The cricket back. Yeah. There's the exact same swing. Level 3 coming in. A little bit of that drive gauge back. Put Kakeru on edge just a little bit close to burnout, but can't afford to be as predictable.
What a choice.
Jeez. The jump in is there to punish the fireball. He gets to spend a little bit more as well. Building level 3, you already know. Okay, just in case. I paused, just in case he happened to drop it. There's gonna be a thing, man. That is Kakeru, 2 rounds straight and 2 games over Angry Bird.
Since we saw him drop the level 3 in the first set, anything's possible, right? We're not counting any chickens, and there's a lot of chickens to count at the end of this set, let me tell you. Here we go, set game for Kakeru, looking to become the Gamers8 Street Fighter 6 champion out of loser's side.
Oh boy.
Is reacted to from Angry Bird, and we're going to be going towards the corner with this enhanced tattoo. There's the stagger again, counter hitting him, but the perfect parry is going to give Kakeru the stage again. EX portal.
The defensive options on the wake up too have been giving Angry Bird a very, very hard time. He's not been able to predict correctly what it is that Kakeru wants to do, whether it's a perfect parry or the amnesia. movement.
Very notable as well after that held parry that Angry Bird didn't do anything because he didn't get counter hit after these prolonged parries quite frequently.
The stat, oh, I gotta say, man, him committing to the target combo for the frame trap was brilliant. Let's get the Goon Squad set up. That's one departure. Set up again. Has to hold that.
Oh, and the parry was baited out. And it is set point to Kakeru. And it's looking to be a clean sweep in this grand finals. I cannot believe this turn of events.
Not like this. All of the fantasy brackets, let's see it. Who had Kakeru as taking it down as champ? It's not quite over yet. OD, uppercut, get off of me.
Puts himself in burnout though. Oh!
Beautifully done, Angry Bird! Oh, I don't know what that was. We let it rock here? Okay, I guess so.
That's right, it was inevitable something.
There is an inevitable death rule, but you know, not even close to that just yet. Dragon Lash, the uppercut.
Angry Bird fighting for survival here. And that is it. He has defended the first set point here. One more to go. It's still set point Kakeru.
Oh, no, too far out. Yo, Kakeru just at the right spot, at the right time for the whiff punish against the misplaced Dragon Lash. Set up the departure, walk him down a little bit. And yeah, testing his reactions. He still has the parry. Angry Bird is looking to fight his way out of the corner. Step by step, block by block. The drive rush is there, but still, so is the perfect parry.
How did he
is ready.
Then?
He is too ready.
That was in the middle of a combo. I can't believe how ready and how good Kakeru is at these parries. So many perfect parries. Unbelievable.
A single hit for Kakeru could spell the end of Angry Bird. We're getting closer and closer to it.
Touch. Oh, and that is it. Kakeru has managed to turn this round and close out the grand finals 3-0. And there is way more than 3 zeros on his prize. He has claimed the $400,000 for first place. Look at him sitting back in his chair. It hasn't sunk in yet. Life-changing events here today in Riyadh at the Boulevard at Gamers8. Kakeru, he can barely walk in a straight line after that draining performance. These two competitors, what a fantastic grand finals, and Kakeru stands atop. He can barely believe it. Look at this man, an emotionally draining experience, physically draining.
No doubt.
Putting his heart and soul into that performance, truly deserving of that trophy.
And how often do you really see that kind of comeback happen from the loser's side, right? Especially playing killer after killer, being one of the killers yourselves, obviously, but also having to face off against the guy that puts you into losers. Immaculate performance from Kakeru.
And just like that, we officially have our Gamers8 champion, Kakeru! Kakeru, I've yet to see this expression on your face. I have to start out by asking you, what are you feeling right now after winning the biggest tournament in Street Fighter history as far as prize?
歴史に一番大きいストリートファイターの大会を優勝できるのはどのような気持ちでしょうか。
いやー、まだちょっと実感が湧かないですね。でもすごい嬉しいです。はい。
I have no idea, as you know, so far I have no idea, but I'm super happy.
سألنا كاكيرو كيف شعورك بعد ما صرت بطل العالم الستريت فايتر وفوزك بالجائزة الكبرى؟ قال بكل صراحة ما أدري شلون جالس ما أدري ايش جالس يصير بالضبط، وفي نفس الوقت أنه هو سعيد جدا بهذا الإنجاز.
We have never seen someone use the perfect parry to that level ever throughout Street Fighter 6 up to this point. We did not even know that that was possible. The fact that you went with that strategy, I don't even want to call it a strategy, that you had that skill. We have never seen that. Why didn't you do it earlier in the tournament? Were you saving it for grand finals?
そのようなプレイスタイルは今までも見たことないんですね。何回もいつもパーフェクトパリ完璧にやったんですけれども、今までにそんなことがやらなかったんですが、どうして今できたと思うんですか？
本当はその他のことをして対処するのが一番いいかったんですけど、ちょっととっさに反応できなくてパリにしちゃったところ、たまたま運よくパーフェクトパリになったっていう、はい、っていう感じですね。
Well, the other things weren't working before. I didn't know how to go around it. So this time I just tried to do it. Did my best to just make it every single time, and well, it worked.
فعلا كاكيرو اللي سواه كان مستحيل في المباراة، ما قد شفنا بيرفكت باري يصير زي كذا في المباريات، فسألناه قلنا ليش كنت مخبيه من المرات الماضية، ليش تونا نشوفها في النهائيات؟ وقال بكل صراحة ما كان يتوقع أنها كانت تضبط، وجرب استراتيجيات مختلفة وانهزم قبل من أنجري بيرد، فرجع مرة ثانية الحين في النهائيات قال بجرب استراتيجية مختلفة، والبيرفكت باري ضبطت معه وقدر يفوز.
Kakeru, you just won $400,000. Absolutely life-changing money. What are you going to do with it?
今40万ドルを買ったんですけれども、本当に命を変わるお金だと思うんですけれども、このお金をどうやって使おうと思いますか？
なんか自分で何かするっていうのはちょっと思いつかないんですけど、なんかまずそのお世話になっているいぶし銀、僕のチームのいぶし銀に結構恩返しできたのかなっていうところで、あとなんかお世話になった人にお返しできたらなっていうふうに思います。
Well, I haven't been thinking about it as of yet, but first of all, I would like to maybe use it somehow to thank my team, Ibushigin, that really supported me along the way, and all the other people. Use this money somehow to thank all the people that helped me along the way up to this point.
سألنا كاكيرو ايش بتسوي بالجائزة الكبرى اللي فزت فيها $400,000. فعلا عنده الحين كسب جائزة مرة كبيرة، فقلنا له ايش راح تسوي فيها؟ قال بكل صراحة اني انا ما فكرت وش بسوي فيها بالضبط، لكن غالبا راح اساعد فيها من ساعدني حتى برضو لين احقق هذه البطولة، ففعلا كثار دعموه ويقول حاب اشكرهم بهذه الجائزة.
Kakeru, the last thing I want to ask you, what has your experience been like here in Saudi Arabia with all of these fans and just the locals, and what do you have to say to everybody back home in Japan as well that supported you?
じゃあまずこっちサウジアラビアの経験について聞きたいと思うんですけれども、この1週間はどんな時間でしたか？そして日本にご覧するファンの皆さんのために一言お願いします。
サウジアラビアすごいいいところで、暑いんですけど、すごいでもご飯とか僕マンゴージュースがすごい好きで、すごい飲んでて、すごいデーツとかも教えてもらったやつとかもすごい美味しくて、すごいいい経験になりました。日本の皆さんに遅くまで応援ありがとうございました。また次カプコンカップに向けて頑張りますんでよろしくお願いします。
Well, I really like it here. It's an amazing country, Saudi, and well, it's kind of hot, I have to say, but the food is amazing. The food is amazing. I really like the mango juice we had at the hotel. I drank it a lot, and dates also very nice. To all the fans in Japan, first of all, thank you so much for watching this late at night. And the next thing is Capcom Cup, and I'm going to prepare for it as well. So I count on your ongoing support.
كاكيرو بعد الانجاز الكبير هذا نبغى نعرف شلون شلون كانت تجربته في المملكة العربية السعودية وتواجده معنا. قال بكل صراحة كان كل شيء مثالي وانعجب بصراحة بوجوده هنا برضو معنا ومبسوط بحضوره في البطولة. قال بكل صراحة قال إنه عاجبه عصير المانجا اللي موجود بالفندق وفي نفس الوقت التمر جاز له مرة ويعني هذا شيء مرة مبسوط عليه ولو إنه يقول الجو حر شوي هنا عندنا في السعودية طبيعي جاي عندنا هنا في الصحراء لكن مع هذا كله يقول إنه كانت تجربة جدا مثالية. وبالنسبة لجمهوره اللي يشجعونه في اليابان الوقت تماما متأخر عندهم فقال إنه يشكركم على دعمكم وعلى متابعتكم للبطولة على هذا الوقت المتأخر. فمن جد يعني الإنجاز الكبير اللي حققه في آخر اللحظات هنا معنا إنجاز تاريخي. أعزائنا المشاهدين أعزائنا الحضور تحية أخيرة لبطل جيمرز 8 لستريت فايتر كاكيرو.
Kakeru, at this point, there is only one thing left to do. I would like you to go ahead and take this pen and go over there and sign your name for everybody back at home. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Kakeru!
Kakeru, 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 Kakeru. Stream Monster, say it with me. Your Gamers8 2023 Street Fighter 6 champion, taking 400k home. Don't know what that is in yen, but I imagine it's very much into the millions. Yeah. Kakeru. Wow. What a result. We were talking about the